first how hilariously awkward it is to be the BTC and send a message to my whole building and some other people with no audio. So that was fun. So we're going to try this again, and we're just going to roll with it. So I am at my Newline panel. This is the first in my series about using your Newline Q Series panel. We're going to focus on just one app today, and that is the clock app. So the first thing for your apps is you can access them through the waffle here or through the waffle on your quick button over here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the waffle, and I'm going to choose my clock. Clock is a really handy app. I know in my classroom and a lot of our classrooms we use alarms, timers, stopwatches all the time to help manage our classroom. So this is a really awesome pre-built-in app that's available in your smart Newline panel that will allow you to do your timers and stuff like that in the background where they're not going to be interrupting anything else. So the first thing I'm going to show is the alarm. So you go up here to the alarm tab and tap. And you can set alarms for pretty much any time you want. So the suggestion I got from a staff member was that they set an alarm about 3 to 4 minutes at the end of their class period so that the kids know when it's time to pack up. So what I did, I also do this, I just don't use the onboard app. I have another system I use. But let's say I wanted to set a bell to go off or an alarm to go off at 3:50, so about 5 minutes before dismissal, so my kids can pack up and kind of clean up my classroom before dismissal. Really easy, you just hit the plus sign down here at the bottom. You pick their time, so 3:50 p.m. And then you put in your days of the week. So you can actually set it to repeat Monday through Friday. Pick your time, or not your time, pick your tone. There's lots of different ones to pick from. All right, pick the tone you want. Pick the tone you want, and then it's already set in there. No matter what you're doing on your panel at 3:50, that's going to go off. So you can be in your browser mode, you can be in the whiteboard, you can be on your computer, mirroring to your panel, whatever you're doing on your panel at that time, that will still go off. You can also turn it off from right here, so you do an easy on and off from over here as well. Okay. The next really cool feature that's in our panel is used by our PE teachers quite a bit. It is our timer. So we use a lot of timers in middle school because kids need that time management structure and to get them kind of moving a little quicker during transitions. So a lot of times I'll tell my kids, you have 1 minute and 30 seconds to get your Chromebook and your supplies out. So I would set my timer, 1:30, hit play. They can see the timer running on the board if you leave it up, and it kind of does the visual timer with the circle. Now let's say I decide the kids need another minute or two. The nice thing I really like about this is you can add minutes very quickly and very easily. I've not found this in a lot of the other timer apps. And the nice thing is as well, you don't have to use a YouTube video, you don't have to go elsewhere to find it. And again, let's say you're going for a longer time, like they have 30 minutes to work on an assignment, you can go back to your assignment requirements, this will run in the background. The other cool thing about this is you can stack your timers, so let's say they have 1:35 to get ready, and then we're also going to do a 30-minute assignment. I start their 30 minutes for their assignment, there it's running there. And then if you see over here on the side, there's the 2 dots to show that I have a second timer also stacked underneath it running at the same time. So there's their 1:30 that they have left to get their things. There's their 29 minutes they have left to work. They work independently. So if I pause one, the other is still running. That's a really cool feature as well. You can stack as many timers. I mean, I don't know why you would stack more than like 4, but I just stacked 4 timers. And you can also give them a name so the kids know, like, time's up, work time's up, whatever. So that's really helpful as well. The last little thing that's really nice in the built-in clock app is you can also use a stopwatch. I know our science departments use stopwatches a lot of times for experiments, or you might be running a game in your classroom and you want to have a little bit of competitive spirit. So you can also run a stopwatch. The cool thing about the stopwatch is, again, it's got that visual timer kind of on here. But you can also do a lap timer. So if you're tracking laps, you can run a lap timer as well. So you can do, time per kid. So also really handy if you're doing something in your classroom where you're timing things. I'm going to be really honest, our Newline panels have tons of really good resources already built in, and there's a lot of apps in the App Store for the Newline panel that are great, that are going to be really fun to explore. Over the next few weeks, I'm going to dig into some of those apps and kind of share some things I find. I'm very excited to get to use some of the other tools inside our panel. So if you have any questions, or if you have any suggestions of things that you found in your panel that are cool and you'd like me to share, be happy to share those out. And have a great day. And thank you for forgiving my technical mistake. Time's up.